What's going on everybody, it's Sean here, back again with another installment of my Cop or Drop series. In today's video, I'll be looking at the second half of April, which covers April 15th to the 30th. I just want to reiterate that this does not cover every single sneaker release that's dropping in the next 2 weeks. This is more just select sneakers that really caught my eye. So kicking things off, dropping on April 16th, we have the Air Jordan 4 Retro Women's in the Rasta colorway. Initially, this was nicknamed the Do the Right Things, but I think that nickname has dropped. This is sort of like a twist on the white cement 4s with a predominantly white and gray upper, but it has a Rasta twist on it with highlights of green, yellow, and red. This being a women's release, that means my equivalent size, which would be either 11.5 or 12, it's gonna be pretty hard to get. But regardless of that, I'm not really feeling the colorway. It's a little bit too out there, a little bit too eccentric for me, and it's just something I can't really pull off my own. So for me, this one is a definite drop. Next up, dropping on April 17th, we have 2 pairs of Asics Gel Lyte IIIs as part of the Monozukuri pack. This pack is a nod to Japanese craftsmanship, and based on what I can see from the photos, both the blue colorway and the beige or tan colorway, they look really well made, and they both look like very premium sneakers. I know a couple stores online dropped the shoe early, but they should be slated for our April 17th drop, and hopefully they're not going to be too difficult to get. I think they're very simplistic, very wearable, and very clean, and for those reasons, both of these colorways, but specifically the blue one, is going to be a cop for me. Also dropping on April 17th, we have the Nike LeBron 17 in the Air Command Force colorway. This shoe is inspired by the classic Air Command Force from the early 90s, but this time adopted on the LeBron 17. The Air Command Force in itself is one of the most classic sneakers in Nike's library. I just don't think that the colors translated too well on the LeBron 17. The knitted upper on the LeBron 17s doesn't really take the color scheme of the Command Forces that well. And I think beyond how the tongue was done on the LeBron 17s, if you took that away, I wouldn't even be able to tell that it was referencing the Command Forces. So as a standalone shoe, it's very dope. However, I don't think the two shoes marry together too well. And I don't really rock too many LeBrons these days. So for that reason, it's gonna be a drop. Dropping on April 18th, there's another Yeezy dropping. This time it's the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 in the linen colorway. I know there's so many colorways of the Yeezy 350 V2 that sometimes you confuse one with the other, but I think Adidas did a pretty good job in differentiating this colorway from some of the ones from the past. Though it's not my personal favorite colorway, I like how it stands out with its mostly pale upper with a little splash of blue, and that color combination isn't something we see too often with the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 silhouette. It has a very fresh and very airy vibe to it, perfect for summer. And if we ever get past this whole coronavirus crisis, I think it'll look very good on feet on warm summer days. So I'm gonna definitely try to grab a pair. Hopefully the resale isn't too bad, but if I take an L, it's not gonna be the end of the world. This one's gonna be a game time decision for me. Dropping on April 18th, we have a shoe that I previously referenced in my part 1 video. That is the Air Jordan 6 DMP. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this shoe because I talked about it earlier, but this is a beautiful colorway and arguably one of the greatest Jordan packs of all time. There's been so many delays with the release date of this shoe, but it looks like finally they're set to drop April 18th. I don't think they're going to be too impossible to get, so if you really want them, I'd recommend entering as many raffles as you can, and for me, this is going to be a definite cop. Next up, the release date on this pair isn't too clear, but for now, I'm going to pencil it in on April 20th. And that is the Nike SB Dunk High in the Strawberry Cough colorway. For the past few years, Nike SB has been releasing a special dunk commemorating 420, and this year's release is a collaboration between Nike and Todd Bratrude. You might know him for his work on the Nike SB Dunk High Skunk, which has basically become a cult classic these days, but this year's 420 dunk I think is much louder and much crazier. As you can see, it adopts like a strawberry motif, and there's even a little coughing strawberry on the lateral side. So I'll be straight up with you guys, this is not going to be the easiest shoe to wear. It's very loud, and it's definitely a statement piece and a head turner. But I think with SB dunks, or just dunks in general, being so popular these days, this one's going to be an instant sellout, and I could see it being pretty popular on the secondary market as well. I don't know how much wear I can actually get out of this shoe, but I'm going to definitely try to grab this for the review. So for me, it's going to be a cop, but it's not going to be too big of a deal if I strike out. Dropping on April 25th, we have tentatively the Nike Air Fear of God 1 in the triple black colorway. This is another shoe that's been hit with delay after delay, but according to some of the latest blogs and websites, it's penciled in for April 25th, but I guess we'll see if it actually drops on that day. This is the Air Fear of God 1 silhouette, which has dropped many colorways already, but we've never seen it in this triple black makeup. I could see this being in very high demand because all black shoes are very easy to wear. However, I just feel like it hides all the details that makes the Air Fear of God 1 special. And because I own a couple of the previous colorways already, I don't feel like I need a triple black. So for me, this one is going to be a drop. Last but not least, according to rumors, we have the release of 2 colorways of the Adidas Yeezy Boost 700 MNVN in the bone and phosphorus colorways. The MNVN is basically a spin-off of the Yeezy Boost 700, which incorporates a nylon upper, allowing it to incorporate that bold 700 branding on the sides. They're both supposedly releasing on the 25th, but so far there hasn't been any confirmation of a Canadian release so far. My honest opinion about these shoes are they're pretty terrible looking. I hate the tacky 700 on the side, and I think it looks really bad, and I really prefer the regular 700s way better. However, that's just my personal opinion. If you guys like the look of the MNVNs, then by all means definitely try to cop. I don't know how limited it's gonna be, I don't know how impossible it will be to cop, so good luck for those who are trying, but for me, both the colorways will be an easy drop. So all in all, the second half of April, it seems pretty quiet because of the COVID-19 crisis. There's a ton of releases that have been pushed back. I feel like a lot of people are being a bit more conservative with what they buy as well. So that, coupled with a lot of shipping delays and things like that, might explain why April has been pretty quiet. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys plan on copying to end off April, and if you guys agree or disagree with anything on my list. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at esco8. Check out my Twitter at sean.go and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.